took a bunch of classes like in high school and shit. My main thing used to be like painting, and I mean anybody that knows me knows that like I never had a book bag. I always had a sketchbook, you know. So I would always keep everything in there, and I wouldn't even bother. Or I'd have a binder or some shit with a bunch of drawings and shit.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Voice Visions. I am here at Smile More Studios. What's good? What's good, Seven?
What's good? Everybody, I'm 730, known as 730.
Mm-hmm.
Hope everybody's doing good. With Corona and everything going on, everybody being safe out here. What was good with you guys?
Just doing the podcast, working on music. Always working on music. Just trying to make moves, trying to grind like everybody else. I wanted to also give you. We just finished an interview, by the way, with Nacho, and I gave him his rose for his, musical advancements, over time, and just his creativity and stuff. I wanted to also give another rose to you today because of your hard work, and you're one of the biggest, I would say, influencers as well, like in the decision of actually making podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw you do your thing, I was like, oh wow, like this is dope, like content, and I should hop on that and have her on. We can talk about it too. Her journey and shit. So.
It's crazy you say that because that's the whole purpose of it. The whole purpose is to show people that anybody can fucking do it. Like all it is having that want and need and that drive, and like just knowing, all right, this is achievable. Anybody, it's just about learning. If you're open to learning and you're open minded to that shit, like there's endless possibilities to whatever it is you want to fucking do. Even if you see something on TV, you're like, I kind of want to do that shit. You can figure it out, and then little by little you'll do that shit. Like it's just about how bad you want to figure it out or how bad you want to learn it. Like it's all learning strides.
Yeah, like the learning curve, right? How long have you been making music videos or just, creating, I guess, art in a sense, but from your camera?
I mean, honestly, I wasn't really into, film photography. I was into film, but I wasn't into, photography, let's say. But I took a bunch of classes, in high school and shit. My main thing used to be, painting and I mean, anybody that knows me knows that, I never had a book bag. I always had a sketchbook, So I would always keep everything in there, and I wouldn't even bother, or I'd have a binder or some shit with a bunch of drawings and shit. But that would be, or I would tag. I would be known as a tagger back in those days. But eventually I started getting into photography little by little because back in, I don't know if you remember, but back in, 2015 or something, there was a big scene of photographers that used to go on rooftops and take pictures of different in different rooftops and doing all that other shit and figuring out where rooftops are and all that other shit. So I started getting into that little by little, and then I started drifting into oh shit, we could do videos. It started with vlogs, oh yeah, we'll vlog us just going up and talking shit or whatever the fuck. So it started like that, and then I was like, oh shit, I can make music videos. What the fuck am I doing? And then I'm like, oh wait, I could actually do that. And I'm like, wait, I could manipulate this. I could do this. Oh, okay. Now I just gotta figure out how to use Premiere or whatever software it is that you know how to use, But that shit, it just took off little by little. It just grew legs and just ran after that. And after that, it just kept going. So it's been 5-6 years now that I've been in it. 5-6 years, and then I was heavy in that underground scene. And I was in there from the jump. I would say when X was starting to get famous, that's when I was already in that scene pretty heavy. Type shit.
So you were an artist before, a tattoo artist, and what kind of art, I guess, would you, or what kind of sketches would you do, cartoons and stuff like that, or was it more ambiguous stuff?
I mean, I was more if I could see it, I could draw it, and then plus with graffiti, it's more imagination. So, and especially imagination with letters. So if you basically could turn a letter into anything else you would want, it's easy. At least to me, I found it easy. I found an escape in that, So I don't know. I guess graffiti was just that thing for me for a while, but then, like I said, I got into photography and everything like that, and I've been in it for like a while now. I could say like that's like my second love, you know.
Okay.
Because I would say like I always painted, so and photography has always been like there, but I just kind of like never always ignored it. You know, I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna pay too much attention to it. But
Yeah.
then after a while, it just kind of slapped me in the face, like, oh, like try it. And I tried it, and I was like, oh shit, I actually enjoy it. It's fucking fun. Like you meet new people, like especially when you're doing interviews, like you really get in like depth with people, and you know, see what they're really about and what they really have to say and shit. You know.
Yeah, no, I kind of relate to that too. This is when I figured out I can do one thing, and that, you know, like one program, right? And with this program, I can make, you know, music videos or whatever. I can also learn Photoshop, and then through there you get more into pictures and stuff. It's like you almost like fall into it, but
Little by little.
That creative energy just finds, you know, I guess
A realm to go into.
Right, a route, or you know, to make its way. Yeah. So you're an entrepreneur, you know, and a young entrepreneur, and that's something to definitely look up to. Like there's this notion that we need to live our lives a certain way, go to college, get a degree. I myself, I am trying to get a degree, but because it aligns with something specific, right, in the industry.
Yeah.
So, and you know, that's just a piece of paper, right? But you are, you know, you're a young entrepreneur, and you're just making it on your own. You know what I'm saying? Instead of waiting to get a, you know, let's say a degree or anything, any certification, you're doing the work first.
Yeah.
And that's respectable. And I think more people should do that.
No,
That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
No, and I agree with like, look, I agree that look, school isn't for everyone. You feel me? And I'm definitely not one to be the one to go to school and shit like that. I learned everything. A lot of the shit I know, I learned on my own, or like it's because I saw somebody else and I kind of just copied what they were doing, and I learned from that, you know. And then after that, it was like, you know, trial and error. So after that, it was like, all right, like once you fuck up so many times, you're like, okay, after all this mess up or whatever, I know that these are the things that I could do right. You feel me? And then you go and you keep going. But I just feel like with school, it's just nowadays it's so tricky because everything is just on the internet. Like I remember growing up, I never had YouTube like that. YouTube was just strictly like music videos and shit like that. Like it wasn't really like even anything serious, or even
people
like
falling down.
Yeah, people falling down, or like, you know, America's Funniest Videos, like crap like that. But it wasn't anything like, oh, you could learn something and then you could invest and they can teach you how to maybe do stock marketing or. Now everything is on YouTube and everything is screen recorded. Everything is on your phone, so it's impossible for you to be like, I don't get something unless it's fucking so complex that you can't fucking find that shit online. You know, even like making shirts. Like nowadays, have you noticed that everybody's doing a lot of people are doing shirts and stuff like that, just because it's so easy to learn. And it's so easy to be on it that it's like, yo, like, that's just another easy income that people are now just figuring out. Yeah, that can be an income. Like, that's never going to die out. People always need shirts printed or embroidered or whatever, you know what I mean?
Right, especially not to sound like an old-timer, but in this new world that we're stepping into where it's like a lot of social media, you know, a lot of reels. We were just talking about the other day, like the impact of reels in short 15-20 second videos that are having now on social media. But the thing is, like, people's attention span are so short, and you know, it almost reminds you of like a Black Mirror episode or something.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like we all want to improve our situations, but it's like you get caught in like a spiral of just getting all this dopamine.
Yeah,
you forget
what you're doing it for. But that's why you always gotta like find things that like level you, like at least like when it comes to like projects and shit like that, like it's better that at least like you find something that levels you, because if not, you'll just always end up getting caught. Like at least I would catch myself getting caught in like, you know, losing your creative control in a sense, and then just being kind of like a zombie. That's okay. Yeah, this is what you want. Okay, yeah, you want girl shaking the ass. All right, cool, check. You want okay, this bitch half naked. All right, cool, check. You know what I mean? Like all the little basic. Oh, you want a Ferrari? All right, cool, check. Like, you know what I mean? Like all those other little basic things that eventually just become like mediocre to you. You know what I mean? Like I feel like unless it's done with like extreme like I don't know. I feel like now that I feel like I'm at a point in my career that it's like I'm trying to see like movies out of people. You know, I'm not trying to see like okay what we did 3 years ago with the same cars and the same type of style type. No, I want to see movies like if I don't see a movie type of thing, it's not gonna really catch my attention. Like I'm like or I'm gonna tell you, oh look, you can do this a little better, and you could probably do this like. But that's me trying to help you. Trying to get you to the next level too. You know what I mean? Like that. At least like a lot of people don't think like that. Like a lot of people probably think that that's like negative criticism and shit, but it's really not. Like it's coming from a place of, yo, like you have hella potential. Fucking push that shit to the limit. You know you can do more. Like you know what I mean? Right. And people always get inspired more when somebody's like, okay, that's cool, but do more. All right, that's cool, but you can do more. All right, like you know what I mean? People are like, fuck, like. Are they happy? Are they not happy with it? Are they mad at me? Like, no, nigga, like, you could do better. And then you're like, okay, fuck, I guess. Like, you know what I mean? And it makes you want to do better. Because I've been caught in that a couple of times where I'm like, damn, like, it's just good in there. And then later on, they'll tell me, yeah, bro, that shit was fire, but I'm not going to keep telling you that shit's fire. I'm going to tell you, okay, that shit's good. And then you're just going to want to push yourself more. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's just little things like that can light a fire under you. So it's just.
I feel like you already have a fire lit, like yourself. Like you already do that for yourself. So for the next person, you do it for them too. You use the same energy.
I just feel like, regardless, there's gonna be a day where I'm not here, and it's like, why am I gonna withhold so much information that I can't take with me to next life or wherever it is I'm fucking going. You know what I mean? Like I could only share it, so why withhold it? And me and my life and with everything that like at least even with photography, even with like everything, I've always had to learn the hard way because nobody ever wanted to help, or nobody ever felt like, oh yeah, I could help you, but like I'm not gonna teach you, I don't feel like or they feel intimidated because of ego or whatever the fuck is going on, you know what I mean? But I'm not like that. Like I don't care about that ego shit. I don't care for that shit. And I always tell people around me, I'm like, look, like I always look for the best interest. If we're a team, I'm gonna look for our best interest. I'm not gonna just look for myself because at this point, it's bigger than me. It's us. You feel me? Like it's not just me. It's us, bro. Like I'm not just gonna just be thinking about oh I'm gonna make this much. Nah, bro. It can't be like that. You know what I mean? Like, and like I said, once I'm gone, all this information is being withheld for what? Like, niggas could be living better lives, or they could be doing way better things, or learning way more things because I put them on that. You know what I mean? Like, why withhold it? Like, I feel like yeah, okay, there's certain things you shouldn't share with certain people, but you'll peep that with energy, and you'll peep that with like, like with time and shit like that. Like, you always see people's true intentions at the end of the day.
Hello.
Bodyguard.
Basically. Yeah, no, I feel the same way, as I'm learning in my own journey, I feel more than, I don't know what the word is, but I just feel better about it if I teach that same information to somebody else who can use it and they could be inspired, like you said.
Yeah.
Because it just keeps them moving. It's life is a cycle, We're only here for a certain period, so in that cycle, you try to make your mark.
Even if it's like minimal information that everybody can share with each other, like that should, that's something everybody should do. And luckily, I've had like maybe like a handful of people that have put me on to stuff and have really, really showed me shit. And I mean, at the end of the day, they know who they are, so I don't really gotta say much, but they know that like, I'm forever in their debt, and I'm forever like look out for whatever I can help them with. I'm gonna definitely do that. You know what I mean? Because it's like sometimes you can't forget that shit either. Like when somebody puts you onto like game or puts you onto like actual like knowledge, why the fuck are you gonna ignore that shit? You know what I mean? Like, or why the fuck are you not gonna acknowledge the fact that, hey, they probably paved the way for my future, and I didn't even realize it until, you know, now that I'm here. You know what I mean? So shit like that plays a role, and you just always have to keep in mind about stuff like that too. Like, always.
You said about music videos. If it's not a movie, you know, you're not gonna watch it. Well, what are some of your favorite movies, like, or like visuals that you've seen
so
that have caught your eye?
I have so many though. Like, I feel like it just depends. Like there's like, I guess like film, like cinematic shit. I would guess you could like say like Goodfellas, shit like
Love
that.
Goodfellas.
Casino. I love that type of like cinematography. That type of cinematography is dope. Taxi Driver. That's another one of my favorite films. I just like that old school film shit. Like, they're hilarious.
Yeah.
But that's them every day. I can't.
If there's and I like maybe if there's a piece of advice that you could use to inspire the next person, what would that be? I'm gonna film them too.
Right. Crazy ass. Honestly, fuck what anybody probably has to tell you negatively as to being like, oh, you're gonna do that, or oh, how much does that pay, or fuck all that bullshit, because that's, people are gonna hit you with fucking all this real life shit that you already know, and you shouldn't really pay too much attention to. You should just pay attention to what your gut tells you, to what you feel like is right for you and in your mind, and just follow that path, because if you let anybody else decide that, then you're gonna end up fucking yourself over and being in a place where you don't want to be.
We have Seven's dogs here.
Yeah, we got
Kinda
the
going
whole
wild.
crew here going crazy. Yo! Drop it. Stop. Drop it. Drop it. There you go. Enough of that. Chill out.
He means well. He's a good boy.
He's a good boy. He's just a big baby.
I'm gonna just throw it in there.
Nah. He's like, please give it to me. Look at this, bro. You're causing a havoc, man. Oh,
It's not the first time we've had a dog on this show, by the way.
oh, word.
We've actually had a dog on this show now 3
Yo,
3
he is
times.
not happy with anybody right now. Thank you. He's like, yo, y'all shut up. Shut up, please.
But
Pass me that real quick. But yeah, fuck what anybody has to say. Do what you gotta do, and just follow your own path. If you feel like you're in the right path for yourself, then most likely you are. Don't listen to your mom. Don't listen to your pops. Don't listen to nobody. Listen to yourself. You could only take all that into consideration for so long. You have to think about all the things that make you happy. You know, like, some people spend their whole lives trying to get fucking medical degrees and not even wanting to be a doctor. Just
Or nursing.
Or nursing. You know.
gotta get the certification.
You gotta get the
have to
certificate.
ride.
Exactly. Do what makes you happy. If you want to paint, paint. If you want to run laps for miles, do that. If you want to fucking go to space, do that shit. Like, it doesn't matter. Like,
Not if you're Jeff Bezos.
not if you're Jeff Bezos.
He doesn't need to go to space.
Nah, that boy just went for like 10 minutes and came right back.
Basically.
And came right back. He was cool. I wish.
7, thank you so much for providing the space for this episode. And, you know, you're going to tattoo Nacho a little bit. Right? You're gonna prick him a little bit with the needle,
Yeah.
I think. So,
He's gonna get pricked a little
go
bit.
ahead and get to that. Thank you so much again for all the inspiration, motivation, words of wisdom, you know, the space, everything that you do. Keep doing it, keep being yourself.
Not no worries, just keep pushing, keep doing what you're doing, and just keep doing exactly what you're doing, bro. You're on the right path, and all I see you going is like up. So everybody has their own levels of up, and and I just feel like everybody, you know, you get in there. Like everybody, it all takes time. You just have to be patient with yourself, and just be patient with the fucking computer when it comes to
Pretty
editing.
much.
Because I feel
Yeah,
bad
that's
for you,
true.
bro. Editing is a fucking torture. Anybody who thinks there's a little editing button is fucking wrong. I'm telling you, that
You
shit
click
takes a
one
while.
button and it's done.
Nah, I wish, bro. I wish. Who has that button? Give it to me. I need it, like, right now. Saving me mad time and energy. Thanks for having me, though, voice, everybody. I'm 730. You already know where to hit me up. My Instagram is at 730. Smile More Studios is on there as well. Hit me up for photos, tattoos, whatever, man. We're out here. Thank you, Voice, again. Everybody go follow Voice. He's coming up. You already know. Don't miss out, man. It always comes out like that.
Yo, for
Out
real.
of nowhere. Alright, man. Appreciate y'all for listening.
Good night.
Night, y'all.